Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gashi's Kamen TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. William Ruto was in X space where he interacted with Kenyans. I want to give a critical analysis of this discussion that happened between 2 and around 5:30 p.m. East African time. Number one, I want to note that there are two things that William Ruto said, and they caught my attention. The first thing is that he said that the CS who has been trading, who was arrested in Dubai with 22 million in cash, and William Ruto intervened, he described the news as fake. And if you have any evidence, I would kindly request you to forward any video, if at all, that CS was actually caught with 22 million. And the speaker said, the person who was speaking, that is, said that it was Kipchumba Murkomen. William Ruto denied. Do you agree that no CS was caught with 22 million in Dubai? Maybe you can comment in the comment section. The second thing that caught my attention and left many Kenyans tongue-tied, annoyed, in disbelief, is that the youngster, the child who was gunned in Rugai with 8 bullets, was gunned down by a criminal. Ati alikuwa amemnyang'anya polisi bunduki, na sasa ile bunduki ndio ilitumika kumrashia yule mtoto risasi 8. Remember, it is only yesterday that Kithure Kindiki told us that the investigation about that case are ongoing. Something else about this debate is that it was not inspiring at all. It doesn't inspire anybody. It is not convincing. William Ruto's explanations are not convincing. They are so open. They are so general. And William Ruto, as usual, took the discussants in a wild goose, round circles, without saying anything, using so many things to say very little, and using so many words to say nothing. The discussion or the explanation by the head of state was the same old stories, the same narratives about the housing project, his pet project, that don't add up. Narrative about Uga. Narrative about the health sector. But he did not address the real issues. Again, I also noted that the facilitators and even the people who are asking those questions, actually, it's like they were not asking the questions that the viewers would like to hear William to answer. And even when I requested to join, not to join, when I requested to ask the question, I was denied the permission. And my conclusion is that majority of those people who are speaking were handpicked, maybe by State House spin doctors. And they were told the question to ask, and maybe William Ruto even prepared in advance how he was going to tackle the questions. Because those questions, I found them kaput kabisa, maswali boka kabisa, maswali ambayo yana lengo fulani. And this makes me move to my second issue about this debate. Why did William Ruto choose to come and participate in the X space? Why? What were his objectives? What did he hope to achieve? Ladies and gentlemen, before I give the reasons why William Ruto decided to engage Kenyans on space, kindly like this video at this juncture. I told you, anytime your like gives me a 10 cents of a dollar. So for me to get $10, I need 1,000 likes. Please do that kindly. And that would be very, very encouraging for me, because it will keep me going. So the first reason that made William Ruto to appear at X space is to diffuse tension. You know, there's been a lot of tension in the country. You know, the tension between the powers that be and the Gen Z, millionaire guys and everybody else, was very high. By coming and interacting with the citizens, in a way, he was trying to diffuse the tension, to minimize the tension. You know, if you interact with your enemy, if you eat with your enemy, the bitterness subsides. If you interact with your opponent freely, you talk, mambo hubadilika kiasi. The other reason that made William Ruto to come here is to change the perception. The perception about his leadership style, the perception about the way he handled the demonstrations. Because if you ask many Kenyans, they disapprove William Ruto's leadership. If you listened even to the tone of that debate, you'd hear the tone of anger in some speakers. You'd hear people who are so much determined, who are so angry with William Ruto administration. You'd hear the way they were mentioning the members of his government, members of his cabinet. And you'd realize, for sure, Kenyans are very, very angry with William Ruto. The other thing that made William Ruto to come here is to defend his administration. His administration is badly tainted. His government is badly tainted. It is corrupt to the core and stinks to high heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto also came so that he could endear himself to the youth. I doubt whether there is any youth who can vote for William Ruto. I doubt. Because he has lost a sizable number of voters. And the youth are the ones who are going to determine the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And William Ruto is alive to this. Anajua hivi. Kwa hivyo anataka kujipendekeza kwa vijana mabarubaru, ili aonekane ako karibu sana na wao. And if you listen to his tone and his language, you could hear so many stories, so that he can actually appear to be a very humble leader, contrary to what Kenyans know. Again, his presence can intimidate people. Not many people can actually be able to face William Ruto or say things. Many people would be shy to say something because they are speaking to the head of state. So William Ruto knows this because of the office that he occupies. It is the highest in the land. The office, the executive office of the president, is the highest in the land. And by this, many people would shy away from actually asking hard questions or even facing him for fear of intimidation. Because I know when that debate was going on, the DCI must have been on the screen wakisikiliza nani amesema hivi, alisema hivi, ako wapi, anapatikana wapi. And that is why you would hear William Ruto. In fact, he told one of the discussant, one of the members who was there, that please tell us your name if you don't mind and where you come from, something like that. And we are called. It did not happen, because this is intimidation. And William Ruto knows that his DCI guys, if you talk badly, for example, if you disrespect the president, most likely you can easily be followed by these guys. So William Ruto would say that nobody is going to follow you, or nobody is going to do A, B, C, and D. But we know his people can intimidate these people. They can follow you and maybe demand some money. Sababu hani watu ambao ni walafi kuliko fisi. Ni watu ambao wanatamaa iliyozidi ya fisi. Again, he came to sell his unpopular policies. Na kusema kweli, umesikia akizungumzia masuala ya zile nyumba zake. Umesikia akizungumzia masuala mengi, and including his foreign trips. So he was selling his policies, unpopular policies. And I also noted his domineering tendencies, not giving other people enough time to talk. He was given too much time, contrary to our expectations. So if William Ruto would be rated 1 out of 10, where 10 is the highest, what would you give him? Because I would give him 1 out of 10 as far as presentation is concerned. As far as defending his government is concerned, I would give him 0. As far as changing the perception of Kenyans, I would also give him 0. I don't know what you think, but from where I sit, this was a failure, it was a waste of time, it should not be repeated, and Kenyans should run away from such debate when they hear these members of William Ruto's government are coming for any show. Please, again, like this video, comment, share, and have a blessed weekend. Till next time, bye-bye.